Hi guys, welcome back to the part 2 of how I made this beautiful simple two-piece outfit you are seeing here. In this video we will be learning how to make this free palazzo trousers with side simple, and if that is what you are interested in, then watch and learn with us. As you can see, I had gone ahead to cut out the pieces I need. Now as you can see, this material here, they are on fold. Okay, the front piece is on fold, the back pieces is on fold. Now to know the quantity to cut out, divide your hip or your waist, depending the biggest part of your body, which I know is the hip of course. So divide your hip by 4 and add 5 inches. That will be the width of for the front. Then fold out another fabric, cut out that one for the front pieces, then fold another one and then place the front on top of it, leaving 3 inches allowance. As you can see mine, as I'm lifting it, leave 3 inches allowance after the front pieces that you placed on top. Okay. Now as you can see my own, then fold it, that's making it into 4, 2 pieces for the front and 2 pieces for the back. Now let's start drafting. As you can see my starting line that I had drawn already. Now I came down by 1.5 inches and I'm drawing a second line. This will serve as the elastic casing, because the trouser we are making is elastic band on the waist, not zipper. Okay, so we are using 1.5 inch for that. Now leaving my tape on our starting line as well, I came down by 9 inches, which is the hip line, and then I went down as well to 12 inches, which will serve as our crotch depth. Okay, to know your crotch depth, go ahead, divide your hip into 4 and add 1.5 inches or 1 inches, depending on how big or small the measurement you are. For mine here, I divided my hip into 4 and then I add 1 inch. That's the 12. Now I had gone ahead to measure out my hip measurement with 2 inches allowance. Okay, as you can see, I marked that on the crotch line, my hip line, and I extended it to my waistline. Okay, now go ahead, place your tape on your crotch line, that's the crotch length. Go outward by 2 inches, just as I did mine. Okay, I used 2 inches. You can use 2.5, you can use 3 inches, depending on how big you are and your hip size as well. You know, some people have hips, they don't have butts. Some have butts, they don't have hip. Okay, so depending on that, you can use 2 inches or 3 inches for the crotch extension. Now go ahead and roll it, just a straight line down. Just straight line down is free. It's a free pant. Don't shape it. Just once straight up down to the hemline. Okay, that's all for the front. Now I'm cutting it out. You can see the way I'm cutting it. Look at the waistline. I'm cutting on the second line. Okay, now I've gone ahead to extend my crotch point with 2 inches. Just see what I'm doing. 2 inches. You extend to 2 inches for the back. Okay, the difference between the front and the back now is 2 inches wide, just like I explained. Now you go ahead and connect it. Now on my front pieces, go down by 1 inch. Just watch what I'm doing. Come down by 1 inch on your front pieces, and then on your back pieces you go up by 1 inch. The reason for these inches that we are adding and reducing is that for the back, it helps to protect the person's butt when you bend down. You know, some pants when you bend down, the butts will draw down, like move from your waist and then bend, come down, the pant. But with this 1 inch allowance you add upwards, it will help. It won't bend and come down. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain here. And for the front, it gives it balance. You know, our lower abdomen. So that's why we are reducing it with 1 inch here. just watch the way I'm connecting it to the sides. Okay, connect yours that way. Just watch what I'm doing here. Just watch what I'm doing here. Okay, so go ahead and slant yours that way. Okay, and that's all for the drafting. So let's go ahead and cut. Watch the way I'm cutting it. Just watch the way I'll cut mine now. You can see how slanted. You can see how it goes. How you see how I cut it. Same thing goes to the front. Just the same way I draft it. That's the way I'll cut it out. Just watch. Okay, that's all for the waist side. Let me go ahead and cut out the back pieces. You can see it. Please, while cutting, while drafting, make sure that the front and the back crotch points are aligning. They are in the same line. Just look at the way mine look after cutting. Okay, this is how it should look. Now go ahead and open up the pieces. Open up the pieces. Now keep the back pieces aside. Let's work on the front. This is the front pieces. So let's work on the front pieces now. Now I had gone ahead to cut out these pieces. It's 4 in number, length 11 inches and 9 inches wide. Okay, this will be serving as our pocket. Okay, the main pocket and the facing. Just watch the way I'm doing it. Now place it underneath, under the front pieces, or you can still keep it on top. Okay, now come on the waistline, measure 2.5 inches. That's on the width on your waistline, and then 6 inches downward, as you can see me do. Now connect it like a V shape. We are just trying to beautify the pockets here, nothing much. Okay, now cut it out just the way I did. Now the other pieces I will set aside, cut it into 2. Of course, the pocket is of 2 sides, one left and one on the right side. That's the need. That's the reason why we are cutting it out. Okay, the one underneath, cut it through as well. That's all for the cutting. Now let's sew. This is the back pieces. Okay, go ahead and join it together at the crotch side by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, then set that aside. For the front pieces, you can see it, the area where we beautified. The area where we beautified. Okay, pick one pieces of the pockets. Okay, place it together, front side facing each other. Remember, that's the sewing rule, front side facing each other, and then sew it the way it is. Okay, with 1/2 inch, just the way you can see me do here. Okay, just sew it downward. Keep your hands straight, sew it neatly. All right, that's all. Now after sewing, you can notch and then flip it this way, just the way I did. Flip it. Okay, after notching, you flip it. You can iron just to make it to make sure it's straight and relaxed. Okay, watch me again and see what I did here. Just flip it this way. Okay, this way the pocket pieces has gone to the back of the pant. Okay, now you run a stitch across just on top of it. Run a straight stitch on it with 1/2 inch. Okay, just a straight stitch all the way down. Okay, now after that, pick up the other pieces, the one that we didn't beautify. Okay. Okay, yeah, the one we didn't beautify. You can see how it's looking. All right, that is how yours should look. Please make sure you are getting it right. Okay, this is the other pieces that we didn't beautify. You can see it. Okay, now place it front facing front. I don't know if you understand me. Just place it on top of that other pocket, the front. Of course, when we flipped it, by the time that we flipped it, the pockets are turned down, just like I showed you now. So it's facing up, the front side is facing up. So pick up that other pieces, place it on top of it, front facing each other. You can see the one picking it up. And now pick up the two pockets. Pick up the two pockets. Leave your pant aside. Just watch what I did here. Okay, you can see my part, the trouser itself, the other side. And then I'm holding the two pockets. Now sew them together. Straight up. All the way down. Just watch what I'm doing. Okay? And do yours the same. You will understand. Okay? Straight up. And please remember to backstitch while sewing. It helps secure. Okay? You can see it, the two pockets, the front of the two pieces are aligning. Okay? Alright, that's all for the pockets. That's all for the pockets. Now, the next thing to do is you can see the pocket is coming together. You can see how it looks already. You can see how it looks. You can see how it looks. You can see it. This way it's 50% ready or 70% ready. Now, just match. You can see me. Match the waistline and then match the other side. This way you are joining both the pockets and the trousers. I don't know if you understand. Just watch what I'm doing now. I'm going to match it on top to secure both the pockets, the pocket pieces and the pant trouser. Okay? Alright. That's all. Just watch me closely. You will understand what I'm doing. Alright. Then I'll still sew across on the top, on the waist area. Don't mind that excess fabric there. The excess pocketing you are seeing, I'll trim it off later. That is because of that 1 inch we trimmed at the waistline. That's why you are seeing it there. Okay. Now, I was done joining them together. I'll trim off the excess. Alright. That's all for the pockets. So, just go ahead and do exactly the same thing on the other pieces. On the other side of the trouser. You can see how deep the pocket is. You see how simple it is. Go ahead and do so on the other pieces. Now all you have to do is just go ahead and hem it and weave it. Okay? That's how simple it is. Normally I used to turn that inside, but for the sake of this video I just want it to be simple. Okay? That's why I did it that way. See how deep it is. I've done that on the second side of the trouser, the front pieces, and see how deep the pocket is. I really love it. I love the depth of the pocket. Now bring the two pieces together and join them by the crotch side with 3/4 of an inch. Okay, join them together with 3/4 of an inch. Okay, all right, please remember to backstitch. It's very, very important. It prevents a lot of unnecessary tears. Somebody might be working and you just hear the person's clothes is torn already, just as easy as that. But when you backstitch, it secures a lot. It helps. You can as well go ahead and then sew it twice, just like I did mine. I run the stitch on it twice for more safety. Okay, as you can see the way it's looking, this is the front pieces. Now all you have to do is just go ahead and then overlock all edges, all rough edges, weave them. Now I've gone ahead to weave all the rough edges. You can see how neat it looks afterwards. See how neat it's looking already. Okay, Now go ahead and join the sides. Join the sides of the trouser, the front and back pieces. Join them together and close them by 3/4 of an inch. And please make sure they are aligning together. You can see the way I'm aligning my own. One must not be longer than one. Okay, make sure they are aligning properly. Now join them by 3/4 of an inch neatly. Please back stitch. Remember to back stitch is very important. Okay, now join them all through. Join them just the way I'm doing. Make sure they are aligning, please. Make sure they are aligning. See the way I'm adjusting and aligning my own. Okay, just do so to yours while sewing. All right, do that on both sides. Okay, do that on both sides, after which you go ahead and then pick up the 2 crotch points. You can see what I'm showing you, the 2 crotch points. Pick them up, make sure it's aligning together. Join them front sides facing each other and then sew it all through with 3/4 of an inch. You can see the way mine is. I'm aligning it together, very important, so that one will not be longer than the other at the end of the day. Okay, remember to backstitch. You can see what I did here. I backstitch 3 to 4 times. Okay, to avoid unnecessary embarrassment while working. That's why you backstitch. Okay, now after you are done joining them, you go ahead and measure your waist round. Measure round your waist. Okay, whatever measurement it gives you, go ahead and cut band of the same measurement by length with 1 inch extra and 4 inches wide. Now to elastic size, cut out your waist measurement minus 6 inches. Cut it out. That will be the measurement of elastic you will need for it. Your waist measurement minus 6 inches. Now I had measured my pants, the round waist there, and then I had got ahead to cut out these pieces that I'll be using for the band. It's 4 inches width and then 55 inches for the waist. Okay, now when I fold it up into 2, I'll have 2 inches. Mind you, remember our band casing while we were cutting was 1.5 inch, but I have 2 inches band size here. I'll be using 1/2 inch to join the band to the trousers. Okay, that's the reason why it's 2 inches. Now go ahead and join your elastic this way. You saw how I did mine. Just place it on top of each other and then sew it together. Please backstitch several times, okay, just to hold it down firmly. Now after joining them together, you pick up the band, the pieces you had cut out for the band. Pick it up and join it the way you see me do my hair. Okay, front side facing each other. Go ahead and join it with 1/2 inch. Okay, join them together with 1/2 inch. All right, okay, now after you are done joining them, this is how it should look like. This is how it should look like. Now watch the way I will insert this elastic into the casing, into the waistband. Just watch me closely and see what I did. How I will encase the elastic. Okay, just watch me closely. All right, now at this point you sew at the tip. Just close it up at the tip close it up at the tip, okay, neatly. Now while sewing, you can see how I'm doing mine. I'm just sewing at the tip. Now if your hand is not straight enough, you can use your zipper foot to do this, okay. You can use your zipper foot to do this. Just sew at the tip of it, please, not on the elastic, at the tip of the band, okay. Be careful not to sew on the elastic. Now while sewing this, at some point you will get to where you need to stretch it. You can see me, it's getting to that point. So just go ahead and stretch it. Make sure the elastic goes round, okay. Now I was done doing that, and then I went ahead to run a stitch on the waistband just to hold the elastic inside firmly, okay, just to hold it down. If you just pass it and leave it that way, at some point at a long run the elastic will start folding, okay, but this way it will be firm. Now pick up your pants and join the band to it with the 1/2 inch extra you added. You can see why I joined that band at the tip. This way, once you join it with that 1/2 inch, now it will be very fine and neat. But if you had joined the elastic with 1/2 inch while joining it on the pants, unnecessary lines will be showing, okay. That's the reason. Okay, now go ahead and join it together, and please, while joining, make sure you stretch the elastic, okay. Just stretch it, pull it so it will fit into the pants. All right, that's just it. After joining the waistband, go ahead and hem your trouser, okay. That's all. After hemming, you give it a good press, okay. That's all for the pants. Thank you for watching. This was how mine look. Hope yours look nice too. Please, if this video was helpful, like, comment, and please subscribe to my page just to encourage me. Thank you, and God bless you.